So coming up at going to 2023 season, the Denver Broncos, after that disaster of 2 seasons under with Russell Wilson, and you had Nathaniel Hack come in, it was just a big disaster. So when Sean Payton came in 2023, you're thinking, okay, this is good. You've got somebody again that has won a Super Bowl with the Saints, knows what the fuck he's doing. Again, no other Super Bowl winning head coach has won a Super Bowl with another team. But you go into this and you still have George Patton, who is still assembling his team, which again, still a big problem. But again, you end the 2023 season and you cut ties with Russell Wilson, which again was good for all parties, good for Russell Wilson. He can move on. Denver can move on. George Patton wasn't fired. I don't know why, but I don't know why he wasn't fired, George Patton, after the end of that fucking trade. But we'll move on. And both Russell Wilson's in Pittsburgh. He could be reuniting with Pete Carroll in Vegas, but that's for here and now. The main goal was at the end was for the offseason 2024. They had to get that quarterback position right. They've tried with Noah Fant, and they've had some other quarterbacks there again, but they haven't really had that guy. They haven't had that quarterback since like an Eli Manning, I guess. I feel sick even saying that because I don't really like Eli Manning as a quarterback. Yeah, but that's probably the last time they had a decent level quarterback there. That's my cat, apologies to that. So we start off, so ultimately the name of the game, they got themselves a quarterback, and that was Bo Nix. Bo Nix comes in as the quarterback, and looks like he was the offensive rookie player of the year, which again he won the offensive rookie player of the year award for 2024. Which again, he's pretty impressive. He had 3,775 passing yards, 29 passing touchdowns. Again, he had a good rookie year. Again, I don't think he had a better year than Jane. Actually, didn't have a better year than Jane Daniels, because again, he only got the Commanders to the Super Bowl. I think that just only got pimped the two quarterbacks. If you look at the quarterback class, like Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels, and Bo Nix, out of the three. Also, Jane Daniels had the better year because he got them to Super Bowl. But don't sleep on Bo Nix, guys. He is the guy. And then Vance Joseph coming back again. You look at the season as well. That defense for Denver was a fucking dumpster fire. A lot of people calling, even including myself, calling for Vance Joseph to be fired again. He came back into the organization when he was there before. He was a head coach in 2017-2018. They bring him back under Sean Payton as a defensive coordinator. People calling for his head, and he pulled through. A few weeks into the season, he pulled through, and they finished the season in the AFC West third. Again, only third, but again, I'm looking at Denver. Especially now they have the quarterback now, and they have the head coach and the quarterback. They had the right combination with Sean Payton and Bo Nix, that they're going to really challenge this Chiefs team in the AFC West, which they desperately need. I don't think it's going to be the Chargers, or especially not the fucking Raiders. But the only team that in this division that's going to challenge the Chiefs to win to challenge them in the division to get #1 seed is going to be the Denver Broncos. So the Broncos, they beat the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs on week 18, which ultimately stopped the Bengals from getting a playoff place. So again, Chiefs have to win for the Bengals to get themselves a playoff place, and ultimately the Broncos are like, hold my beer, I'm not having the fucking Bengals in the playoffs. So yeah, the 10-7, they get to the wild card round. Passing yards, they was 20th out of 32. Points for 15th out of 32. Rushing yards, 16th out of 32. You look at the people that they have on the roster: Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton, and Marvin Mims. And then you look at points against. They had the third best defense in the league, even though they had the rocky start. But again, third best defense in the league. Sutton had over 1,000 receiving yards. Jerome Williams Jerome Williams only had 503 rushing yards. Again, that's kind of the running side of the ball you need to work on. But again, rushing 16th, passing 20th. Again, passing, especially passing the ball and rushing yards, have to address. The needs, they have to obviously protect. They have to get the weapons around Bo Nix. Tight end and wide receivers, the two biggest things they need out of this draft. They need a tight end and wide receiver, or if you go into the free agency market, again, you've got about 37 million in cap space. So again, you can work around a couple of things, release a couple of players, and if you work around a couple of things, again, you only got 37 million, but you can, if you can cut some people from this roster, maneuver your way, and be smart in the draft, you can have a pretty good offseason, I think, in my opinion. Tight end and wide receiver has to be the biggest things coming out of the draft or the free agency, because again, the name of the game is to see what you have with Bo Nix in year 2. Year 1, he was offensive rookie of the year. Year 2, we're gonna have to see see if you can build from year 1. So tight end, wide receiver, running back. The 3 big things you need in this draft: tight end, wide receiver, running back. And then you need to look at the defensive line as well. Defensive line could be improved, the linebacker position, safety, inside linebacker. And then somebody on an offensive tackle, I think, could, really help and protect Bo Nix. But you look at you look at the AFC West, you've got the Chargers. Again, they're doing okay, I guess, but I think Jim Harbaugh's been overrated, but I'm liking what they're doing in Denver. They're not the complete article yet, and they're not going to be like, oh, we're going to dominate the AFC, the AFC and stuff. But the closest thing that we're going to have to them challenging the Chiefs. So it's not going to be, oh, the Chiefs win the fucking division every year. The closest you're going to get is this Broncos team, and Bo Nix needs the weapons around him. He needs people to protect him. That's the only way that this Denver team. Again, this was the first playoff. This is the first playoff appearance since 2015. For the first time in 9 years, they had a playoff. They got to a playoff. They reached to the playoffs in the first time in 9 years, and then their first winning season since the 2016 season. So it has been a fucking hot minute since they've done anything of like anything, no, really, in Denver.